Sarah, it's already late. Where are you and why haven't you prepared dinner? Sarah.
Hi, Diane. I'm picking up Janet now.
Picking up?
Yes, because every Wednesday she has piano lessons. You know that, don't you, Diane?
Oh, yes, that's right. Then what about my dinner? When are you coming home?
I made dinner this morning. It's in the fridge. I just have to reheat it. It will be ready when I get home.
How many times do I have to tell you?
What?
I've told you since you moved in with me. I told you to serve the food freshly prepared.
Well, it's impossible to serve freshly made food when I have to run errands in the evening. Can't I just prepare it beforehand?
I'm starving and I want to eat right now. You're an insane daughter-in-law as always. It's already past 7 at night. Aren't you ashamed of being a wife playing around at this hour?
I told you earlier, I'm here to pick up my daughter. I'm not playing around. If you're hungry, go ahead and eat. Just heat it up in the microwave and it's good to go.
Oh my. You want me to microwave it? You're trying to boss your mother-in-law around?
Well, anyone can use the microwave, right? Are you saying you don't even want to do that?
You really are a cocky daughter-in-law, aren't you? It's a daughter-in-law's job to cook and put food on the table. Yet you try to make me do it. When I was young, I never disobeyed my mother-in-law. I used to say yes to everything she told me to do and obeyed her.
Well, what should I do? Do you want me to tell my daughter to quit piano?
I'm not asking Janet to quit piano. She has a talent for music just like me. But I don't think it's a good idea to send her to lessons at night. If it's earlier in the day, you can cook dinner too.
I'm working. I can't drop her off and pick her up during the day. If you insist on changing the lessons to earlier time, I'll have to ask you to pick Janet up.
I don't want to. Why should I, your mother-in-law, take your place?
So, it can't be helped that the lessons are at this time. Please, put up with the pre-made food for just once a week.
Then why don't you quit your job?
Huh?
Even if you don't force yourself to work, you can make ends meet on my son's salary. You can't do proper housework because you're working. A woman working doesn't make much money. Quit your job.
It's true that I don't earn much. We may be able to live on my husband's salary alone. But for the sake of my daughter's future, I want to work and save as much money as possible. Besides, my husband and I are paying for your living expenses. If you're not happy that I can't do housework properly, I'd like you to help me a little too.
What? You want me to help you? I'm too weak to do housework. That's why we live together.
But, Diane, you go out with your friends all the time, don't you?
Well,
ever since your husband passed away, you became obsessed with a male singer. You go to his concerts and take the train to buy his stuff, right? You're doing well enough, aren't you?
Shut up. Are you trying to tell me that I'm too old to be obsessed with a singer? He's my only reason for living. Don't meddle in other people's hobbies.
I don't mean to deny your hobbies. I'm just asking you to put yourself in my shoes and help me do the housework while I work. My husband helps me on his days off, which is great. But it's really hard to do all the housework after working full time. If you have the energy to go out and play, I'd like you to at least prepare dinner once in a while.
You know, I worked hard enough when I was younger. I've given so much to my parents-in-law and my husband over the years. Why can't I just relax and play in my old age?
Then please stop constantly criticizing my methods. When I clean the house, you complain that it's dirty here and dirty there. You make me redo things right away. And you're always complaining about my cooking. And at the worst time, you even threw away my cooking, didn't you?
That's your fault, isn't it? I'm telling you to learn the taste of my family's cooking as soon as possible. No matter how many times I make you cook, all you can do is make bad food.
But my husband and daughters say it's delicious.
If it doesn't suit my taste buds, it's meaningless. Since you've married into my family, I have to have the traditional taste of my family's cooking passed down to you.
But I think it's terrible to throw my cooking away.
What's wrong with throwing away something that tastes bad and is inedible? If I get sick to my stomach because of you, will you take responsibility?
What?
And I told you not to cook greasy food because it's oily and bad for you. You don't listen to me and keep serving greasy food.
Diane, you prefer healthy food. So I only cook greasy food once in a while. But Janet is still in elementary school. She'll want to eat hamburgers and French fries once in a while. If I only make healthy food, she'll get bored, won't she?
Then, why don't you make a different menu just for Janet? It's as simple as that. Just prepare both healthy and greasy food.
I'm too busy to make both menus. I can't do such a complicated thing.
See? That's how you always defy me. You're my daughter-in-law, so you should listen to me.
Diane, if you hate me so much, shall we end living together?
Huh?
When my husband and I got married, we planned to live on our own as a couple. But your husband passed away suddenly after our wedding. You said, I'm worried about living alone because I'm frail. I really want to live with you. So you moved in with us. But you're healthy enough to be obsessed with a male singer. You seem to have more than enough energy. Yet you don't do any housework and complain to me all the time. I've reached my limit.
What are you talking about? I'm the one taking care of Janet. I don't do housework, but I'm helping you raise your kid. You should be thankful.
You're not taking care of her, but you're literally just watching her, aren't you?
Huh?
When my daughter was a baby, you only held her in your arms on a whim. You never tried to help with feeding her or changing her diaper. You never took her to and picked her up from daycare. You never played in the park. You never read a picture book. The only parenting you did was to watch TV with my daughter.
You're so annoying. It's enough just to be there for her. Anyway, I'll continue to live with you. I'm living with my adorable granddaughter. I don't want to be separated from her. Oh, I've got an idea.
What?
Why don't you just leave by yourself? I'll live with my son and granddaughter. You can just go away, Sarah.
No way. If I leave, what about the housework?
Of course, you will do it.
Excuse me?
Even if we live separately, you'll still be my daughter-in-law. You can come to our house like a housekeeper and do the housework.
That's absurd.
Listen, don't forget that you are the one who married into this family. It is the duty of a daughter-in-law to listen to what her mother-in-law tells her to do. Don't even think of having your mother-in-law do the housework. When you are done picking up your daughter, come home quickly and heat up the food. Hey, Sarah. I told you so many times, but you still don't get it? Sarah, where are you? Don't ignore me. Pick up the phone.
Sorry, Diane. I'm in the middle of buying some groceries and didn't notice your call. You've been trying to reach me. What's going on?
Don't play dumb with me. You've been harassing me like crazy.
What? Harassing? I don't know what you're talking about.
Huh? Are you still trying to get away with it? You're disgusting.
I don't understand why you're upset. I have no idea.
It's the food.
What?
What's that food on the table?
Oh, that's today's dinner.
I warned you many times, but you keep cooking greasy food again. You have no remorse.
I'm sorry, Diane. It's a special occasion.
Huh?
All I have there is greasy food. But I'll prepare something else for you when I get back.
You can't fool me like that. You were going to harass me, weren't you?
No, I wasn't. I'll make healthy food as well. Please leave the food on the table as it is.
Oh, I'm so pissed off. You take every opportunity to put out dishes I don't like. I really hate you.
I'm not harassing you. Just today, please spare me the trouble. I have to drive now, so if you'll excuse me.
Sarah! What a shameless daughter-in-law. That's how you make fun of me. I'll thoroughly punish you, Sarah. Remember that.
Diane, where are you now? Diane?
Oh, Sarah. I'm sorry I couldn't answer the phone. I'm out with a friend right now.
When I came home, all the food I made was gone. You were home a while ago, weren't you? Where did all the food go?
All the dishes on the table went to the trash.
What?
I threw away the cake too.
Oh no! What have you done? I took the time to make it.
I did it to make you reflect on what you've done.
Reflect?
I just told you not to cook greasy food. Yet you put lots of greasy food on the table. There were so many greasy dishes like fried chicken and French fries. On top of that, there was even a whole cake full of whipped cream in the fridge. My doctor warns me that I'm overweight. I'm going to get sick if you make me eat that stuff. I was so mad that I got rid of them all.
That's terrible.
I felt so exhilarated when I threw your food in the trash. Oh, I feel so much better now.
Diane, don't you know what day it is today?
Huh? What day? It may be a very important day for me, but it has nothing to do with you, right?
Excuse me? What are you saying? Today is Janet's birthday.
What?
I usually mainly cook healthy food. But just for today, I made Janet's favorite dishes.
Janet's birthday. Oh yes, that's right.
I guess you forgot about it. But even if you did forget, you didn't notice the cake?
Huh?
On the plate it said, "Happy birthday, Janet." When you saw that, you'd know what day it was, wouldn't you?
I don't know. I was so mad that I didn't look at it carefully before I threw it away.
I can't believe it.
Why didn't you tell me earlier?
I thought you knew. I make a cake for Janet's birthday every year. We celebrate together, remember?
What could I do? Today was the release date of my favorite singer's new song. I've been looking forward to it for months. That's all I could think about. That's why I completely forgot it was Janet's birthday. I'm at the music store with a friend, and we got the CD that we were looking for.
What a pity. So you care more about your favorite singer's CD than your grandchild?
What's the problem with that? He's my reason for living. I love my granddaughter, but he's just as important to me as my granddaughter.
I see. But to throw away all the food I cooked for my daughter's birthday and ruin it? That's awful.
I'm sorry I threw out the food. But you don't have to be so angry. There's no use crying over spilled milk. If you don't have the food and the cake, you can just buy them. You can go to any convenience store or supermarket around here. They probably have cakes.
That's not the point. I wanted Janet to have a homemade cake. Janet's been looking forward to it. She's been crying ever since she came home.
I told you I'm sorry. Okay, I'll buy a cake for you. I'll even put a birthday plate on it. How's that?
You don't get anything. I've made up my mind.
What?
My husband, my daughter, and I are leaving.
What?
I don't want to live with someone who throws away my cooking. I don't want to live with you anymore. And you even threw away the cake that my daughter was looking forward to? It's just too much.
I just didn't know. If I had known it was my granddaughter's birthday, I would have held back and eaten the fried chicken or the cake.
Regardless of whether it's her birthday or not, I can't tolerate you making a mockery of my food. Living with you is bad for my daughter's education.
You're overreacting just because I threw away the dishes? I understand. I won't do it again, so forgive me. You want to leave a frail old woman alone?
You're not weak in any way. And it will be good for you too. Wouldn't you be better off without your hateful daughter-in-law who can't do housework properly? Go ahead, live alone as you like.
Wait a minute. You haven't heard my son's opinion, have you? I don't care how much you hate being with me. You can't leave if my son doesn't want to. My son loves me. I'm sure he'll take my side.
Unfortunately, no one is on your side in this house.
Huh?
Actually, my husband was talking about moving out too.
No way.
He knows that you're picking on me.
That can't be true. I've been a good mother-in-law in front of my son. You told my son on me?
He was aware of it before I even told him. You must have been warned by him several times. But no matter how many times you were scolded, you continued to harass me. Even when I pleaded for you to stop, you continued to harass me as if you didn't care. You escalated your bullying.
That's your fault, isn't it, for constantly challenging me?
Huh?
What I was doing was not bullying, but educating my daughter-in-law. I'm trying to educate you, but you don't listen to me at all.
I've worked hard to win your approval. The way I clean, the way I season my food. I've done everything you told me to do. But no matter how hard I tried, it was all for naught. You gave me a hard time all the time. You made me redo the cleaning again and again. And you would throw away the dishes I made right in front of me. Then I realized you didn't want to educate me. You just wanted to be mean.
No, that's not true. I was really thinking of you, Sarah. I was just trying to be strict with you so that you could become a full-fledged wife. I apologize if you were having a hard time. From now on, I'll be kinder to you.
No matter what excuses you give me, I won't change my mind. I'll take my daughter and leave.
Wait a minute, Sarah. I have to ask my son directly for his opinion first.
I'm sure my husband agrees with me. If he finds out you ruined his precious daughter's birthday party, I'm sure he would say he's leaving too. Well, I'll get started on the preparations for the move out. So please enjoy your shopping at the music store.
Wait, Sarah. I apologize for everything I've done. Please, don't leave me alone.
Shortly thereafter, I moved out with my husband and daughter. We moved into an apartment. Diane was left alone. She contacted me and my husband again and again, begging us to come back. Of course, we refused. My daughter also says that she absolutely does not want to live with her grandmother. So, we will never live with her again. Until now, Diane has been playing around and forcing me to do the housework alone. But now, she has to do the cleaning and laundry by herself. So, she is exhausted every day. In addition, now that my husband and I are gone, her only income is her pension. She is grieving because she can't go to her favorite singer's concerts these days. On the other hand, I am free from the stress of my mother-in-law and live peacefully with my husband and daughter. My daughter, who is now bigger than when she was living with Diane, helps me with the housework. So I am able to devote more time to my work than ever before. I would like to continue to cherish my family and enjoy my life.